Hey, if you're one of these three types of people, you should really check out Qortal. And the first category of person is a privacy lover. And the reason for that is that Qortal has many features that would please privacy lovers. The first one being group encrypted chats. So if you join a group on Qortal and start chatting with them, all your messages are encrypted by default. This means that anybody that's outside the group cannot decrypt the messages, even if they had access to them, which is highly unlikely on Qortal. But if they did get access to them, they would not be able to read them if they're not in the group. And this is due to the fact that all messages in groups are encrypted on Qortal. So that's the first thing. We also have the privacy coin pirate chain, which is integrated on one of the Q apps called QShop. So if you're a privacy lover and you own some pirate chain, you would have some utility for it on Qortal, on QShop, where you could buy goods and services completely peer-to-peer with no intermediaries. So that's the first thing. So if you're a privacy lover, Qortal is definitely a project you're going to want to check out. The second type of person that would absolutely love Qortal is a Web3 enthusiast. And this one's quite an obvious one. If you're already into Web3 and you know projects like Solana, Ethereum, Qortal is something you should check out. We have a lot of applications that are already built, decentralized apps called Q apps, where you can have utility for Qortal starting on day one. You could also chat in a decentralized way, like I mentioned previously. Finding utility for Qortal is quite easy. So if you're a Web3 enthusiast and you're looking for a project which you can start using on day one, right after installation, Qortal is your project. And furthermore, another thing to add is that soon we're going to be releasing a new version, I call it a user interface of Qortal, that's going to be mobile friendly. So you're going to be able to browse a decentralized blockchain using your phone, using an Android device, which is an absolute game changer if you ask me. That's going to make it so much more accessible for the average person who's looking to start using a Web3 and start moving there from Web 2. And the last type of person that would be very interested by Qortal and that would find a lot of utility for it is a person who has an entrepreneurial spirit, an entrepreneur. And this one's a little bit more vague, but let me explain. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to start building a software, Qortal is the right ecosystem right now. It's still relatively young. There's not too many apps to compete with. And if you come in and start building your dream application and find utility for it on the Qortal blockchain, you are going to find users for it right away. We have approximately 200 users using it on a daily basis around. Furthermore, Qortal is a complete decentralized infrastructure, meaning that it can be used in all sorts of ways. For example, we have a Qortal browser extension, which you can use to leverage Qortal's blockchain to authenticate on a normal Web 2 app. So that's just one example of how you could also use Qortal if you're an entrepreneur to offer services that are unlike any I've seen on the normal internet. So let's recap. If you're a privacy lover, a Web3 enthusiast, or an entrepreneur, check out Qortal. I think you'll find something you love in it. Check out Qortal.dev, www.qortal.dev, website I built to help you get started. And I'll catch you in the next one.